Hi, I wanted to take a few minutes and invite you to San Antonio. We'll be in San Antonio May 16th through 19th for the Alliance's annual Executive Leadership Conference. You all know from years past this is a not-to-be-missed event, but this year I think is especially important for you to be there. As you know, I came to you after having served as Secretary of the Washington State Department of Social and Health Services, and I have said since my arrival on January 3rd, it's important that we bring our sectors together, the public and the private sectors together, not just for what are the traditional linear conversations that we oftentimes have, but the more strategic conversations we need to be having as we reset ourselves for the 21st century to have the largest possible impact we can on the lives of the children, families, and older adults that we serve across America. Bottom line is, the public sector can't do it without us, and we can't do it without them. And so I've worked hard on this conference to bring to you 4 Public Human Services secretaries from across the country, the Executive Director of the American Public Human Services Association, and Antonio Oftelli from the Harvard Center for a Networked World. We're going to take a deep dive into our report, Disruptive Forces. We're going to take a deep dive into that report through the eyes of public sector leaders and then have a strategic generative conversation with them about what that report means as we work hard as a sector to position ourselves for the future and come through this great economic recession more focused, more competent, more clear and confident in the positions and in the future directions that we are going as organizations. We'll also be hearing from Jerry Friedman, a dear friend of mine from Accenture. They are our premier sponsor for this conference, and they are going to be coming and presenting on the disruptive force around the information liberation and helping us see just how that disruptive force, the compellingness of that disruptive force, and how it impacts us as organizations, but also how it impacts us and our technology for the 21st century. And then we'll be joined by Bridgespan, Daniel Steed. We all know him and think the world of him here at the Alliance. He'll be joining us, and we'll be taking a deep dive with him on what we now know is that uncompromising demand for impact that our funders and our stakeholders and our donors are looking for as we move forward, and how we position ourselves. But you know, after all of these years of working in this field, I had the opportunity last year to make a presentation at Harvard on how I had been working to position us for impact in Washington State. And as I look back on that time and that experience and that presentation, I realize that at the core of it is leadership, a different type of leadership, adaptive leadership. And one of the things we'll be working on with Antonio Oftelli is taking a good deep dive into adaptive leadership, learning more about it, thinking about it with our public sector colleagues, and how all of us are being called to a different kind of leadership in a historically different time. So join us. I will be there. Remember, we limit it to 50 executives, so it really is first come, first serve. Right now, as of today, we're at 34, so we just have a few slots left. So please, sign up. Be with us in San Antonio. I know you're going to find it to be one of the best events you've been to this year. Take care, many blessings, and thank you for all you do every day for the children, the families, the older adults, and the communities across this country. You truly are the beacons of light. Take care of yourselves.